I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that
Hold
when people say
on,
that at
I
all.
disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off
Excuse me?
season.
What
You
you
sleep
just say?
the off season? Are y'all sleep?
Welcome back to the channel. I haven't done that in a very long time. This is the No Doubt Podcast. I know we've been kind of off for a while, which is fine. That's fine. But we're back. Episode 108. Last time we did this was episode 107. It was a live stream. I can't remember what we streamed last time. I really don't remember. But this is episode 108.
We did the college. We did the NFL draft.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. I said that was in April. So that's the last time we've been here in April. It's June, by the way. But we're here. We're going strong. We're still loving this. First and foremost, before we get too deep into anything, thank you all for helping me reach over 1,000 subscribers. I am currently sitting at 1,300 right now, on the road to 1,400. Of course, the goal is 10,000 plus, but we'll get there eventually. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, the comments. I've been getting a lot of sharing. People have been sharing my videos, and I really do appreciate that. Like, the comments and the likes are great, but the fact that people are actually sharing, that really gets my videos out there. So I appreciate that. I've had videos hit 20K views. I've had videos hit 15K views, so I again appreciate all that. But this is the No Doubt Podcast. How about y'all share some of these videos here so we can go platinum, triple platinum? What episode 108? This is the college football. If y'all ain't obviously seen the title by now, it's gonna be a college football reaction video to what they just dropped the other day on the whatever the heck they call it. I guess the showcase or whatever. But we're gonna be watching Bordeaux. He's a famous college football YouTuber. He's gonna pretty much break down everything he did. He was there and kind of go from there, man.
Good, the bad, all while it's still fresh on my mind. EA put out every bit of info yesterday, all at once, so it is a lot to take in, but I want to talk about Dynasty, Road to Glory, Mascot Mashup, the gameplay, the presentation, all in this video. It's just first, I'd actually like to watch this trailer. So EA did a lot differently this year.
Okay, so before we get too deep into the video, I don't really care about trailers because trailers are nothing but cinematic garbage. They don't really show the detailed depths of the video game and the bad things. They don't show good things. We all know EA's EA, and it's going to be a bunch of flaws in their game. That's common sense. We all know that sports game. But
Jesus,
yeah,
okay.
trailers don't do anything. Like, trailers are just cool, whatever, nice, sparkly paint over that we know is going to be some type of BS with them. When I'm not lying, we all know the truth. I don't really. Again, I can't really. Dylan, this is your first time seeing it, I guess. What do you take away from it? I don't really got no takeaway. It's a trailer.
Actually, it's funny that you say it because I feel the same way that you feel about trailers. I feel like they're only supposed to highlight the good things. Obviously, it's a trailer. What do you think about when you see a movie and the trailer comes out? Does that mean trailers can be bad? Yes, I've seen bad movie trailers. That doesn't mean that its whole purpose is to get the audience in. And so I don't measure trailers too much. I mean it's fine. It looks cool. Graphics cool. Yeah. All right, cool. This is not what I'm here for, but the trailer is fine. I don't have any gripes about it. It looks good, which I would hope it would. But the last couple have looked good as well, but they didn't pan out how we wanted them to gameplay wise. So trailer's cool. I'm not mad at it.
They just put everything out at once instead of every few days, every week, giving us a little bit of information. And we have a lot to digest. Normally, I'd talk for about an hour about each one of these game modes and what is changing, what is needed. Now I'm going to have to combine all of this into hopefully like an hour video. I also get to share my thoughts on each mode from playing them. And I think it is only right that I start with Dynasty and Team Builder. This is my specialty.
A question for both of y'all. I mean, we can obviously all talk about it. Why do we think they didn't do the mashups sooner? The mascot mashups sooner.
You got to pay for it. What difference does it make?
You got to pay for it?
You have to pay. Well, he'll get to that part eventually. It's a subscription thing. You'll see it eventually. But yeah, that's behind the paywall.
I think it's in the, but it's most of the mascots are like you can earn them. You heard me?
Go ahead. Yeah, I heard you. Let's see what he says about it. I didn't know it was gonna be a subscription thing.
And then
let's just be real, bro. Everybody's different. Mascot match, that for me personally, that's about 30 minutes worth of my time, and I'll probably never play it again. And I feel like that's one reason they never really added into the game last 2 times, because it's gonna be like 30 minutes worth of fun. You're gonna get tired of it, and then you want to go to Dynasty, Road to Glory, and all the other modes that actually matter. So I feel like honestly, it's really a waste of time to put it in the game. Not a waste of time for people who want to play it,
it was a fan favorite in NCAA
for a few minutes. Like that's what I'm saying. It's cool for the first
No,
few
they
days of the game, but then you want to get into the serious stuff. The reason I bought the $70 title is to play Dynasty, Road to Glory, and I guess Ultimate Team if you're that type of person. If you're that type of degenerate and you like blowing money,
generate
then
is
that
Generate
is
crazy.
is
for you.
crazy. Oh my god.
I'm just telling
No.
but yeah, I didn't play that in
Another.
the
Yeah.
game. So yeah, I mean, if you
I
want to
mean,
play, play it.
no, I mean, I agree. I didn't think it was going to be like super substantial to what college football is supposed to be. Well, college football
That's their
2070 was
money
supposed to
maker.
be. So, well, I'm talking about the mascot matchup. That's what I was talking about. I agree that it's not supposed to be a big thing for them. I was just I just wanted to ask y'all the question of why you think they didn't do that with the very first one.
Oh, because all they doing, they saw how much money they lost in NCAA and said, we can make
They
them
lost
pay
that much
for
money.
that. We can not they lost money, but they could have gained way more money if they did what they if like you know how they want to make you pay for everything now. That's all they're gonna do. Oh, you want mascot matchup? Pay for it. You want what else did they have that is NCAA? Oh, you want full high school? Pay for it. That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah. All right, we can move on.
And this is the mode that I've played the most of. In fact, let's just look at a little clip real quick. Here I was, minding my own business. I have Cam Newton and Caleb Williams playing a game of Madden behind me. Just a crazy setup for getting to stream a little bit of Dynasty with Kentucky. And then this
Some of
happens.
these players on the screen, some
Cam
of the
Newton's
pictures
behind
are
me.
goofy.
Very,
I'm not going
very
to sit
big
there and say
human.
they're not. Why Kentucky? I'm a huge Kentucky fan. It's good to meet you,
He
bro.
asked about Kentucky. He asked why I'm
Whoa,
using it.
what's wrong with Kentucky?
That's Cam. He said.
Yeah, that's Cam Newton.
Listen,
Oh,
we're
that's Cam
coming
for
back.
sure. My
This time
quarterback.
next year, we're going to look back at this. We're going to be like, after an 8-4 season, momentum with Will Stein.
8-4 season.
8-5 after winning a bowl.
I'm going to stand on 8-5. Maybe.
Listen, Auburn's been in a similar situation.
Facts. Facts.
I got to go in that Kentucky Derby bag. And, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see what happens against Auburn this year.
We don't play him.
8-5? Oh.
No need for the Kentucky strays from Cam Newton. My first convo with the guy. I will
You
beat
can
him
skip
in
this.
college football 27 with
Well,
Kentucky.
you
if
might
we ever
start
end up
talking
playing
about it
him.
right now.
With the way that I play the
Hopefully.
game against a former NFL star, maybe I don't stand the best of chances, but I have to defend my Kentucky fandom. Anyway, I got to play Dynasty with them for a little bit on stream yesterday. I just landed. I am back in Kentucky now, and I get to take you all through all of my thoughts on Dynasty, what I liked, what I didn't like, and also I get to tease that I will be doing a Dynasty rebuild on this channel in a few days. I'm not sure when it's this year includes athletic directors having goals for you. There's a Dynasty blueprint where you manage a Dynasty budget. You have NIL for all your players that really complicates things. You can build out your staff with even more staff available. And let's just say it is a very hard process to rebuild a small school. But guys like Chad Walker have done an incredible job with this mode. He actually was at Revamped before all of this started. Now he works on Road to Glory, Dynasty, Team Builder, and he was doing Revamp back in the day when that mod saved NCAA Football 14. Because I've been able to see it firsthand and how much he really looks into some of the stuff around the community and all the posts that we put up about things that we want, I will always sit there and be very happy with some of these college devs. Scott does a great job with gameplay.
I don't care
These
about that.
with so much information. It's like 80 pages for Dynasty alone that I have to read is job security. You're going to take a major hit. If you all saw the little bit I did with Kentucky on Dynasty.
So while he's talking about the job security and stuff, I feel like this is a good aspect. Go back a little bit like this. I don't know if y'all can really see that. I can't really see it myself, but the AD
all good.
expectations. I feel like this is a really good thing to have, especially if you're more so competitive. Like I like to play competitive, make my stuff as realistic as possible. Because once your team gets too good, I don't know about this year, but the previous two games, when your team gets to a point where you just getting 5-star, like every 5-star is not realistic, nor is it fun. Because no coach in real life get every 5-star. It's not gonna happen. You might get a lot. You might get a good bit, but you're not getting everything. So the fact you have 80 expectations, like for Ohio State, beat Michigan, that should be like the mandatory. That should be mandatory every year. Beat Michigan, or vice versa. If you Michigan, beat Ohio State. That's mandatory. That should be a goal every year. I like that. Then they say make the national championship within your next 7 seasons. That should be a realistic expectation. You play for Ohio State or coach Ohio State. Then be ranked, of course. That's Ohio State. Like these expectations make sense. They want to add more in the future or later in the game. I'm cool with that, but 80 expectations, if you don't get this, your job security goes down. Like now, in the old past 2 games, it's either you win and you keep your job security up or you lose and your job security goes down. I feel like now they're going to keep that But of course, add the 80 expectations, which goes like it pretty much how I think. Well, what was it? 2K. 2K does the same thing because 2K, in my opinion, has the best franchise mode out of any sports game. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
so well deeply done. They do everything right. Like finances, they let you run finances, the coaching, the players, the structure, the ownership, the state. They do. You can do everything on 2K. Everything. And this is why I wish they would go with this game. Like I think they did that last year with Madden. They introduced all that in Madden, which was in the old games, by the way, not introduced, just re-brought it back. But if they do this for college football, it'll take Dynasty Mode from in my opinion, 1 out of 5. Last year it was like a 2.5. Just boring. Like at some point when me, Tim, and Justin all winning, like at some point I got so bored of Oregon, I wanted to go to a lesser team so I can start over again. Because it's boring when you win. Like there's no competition with the computer. It's the same 3 people winning all the time. So now that you got the 80 expectations, and of course he's gonna get to it, the NIL, harder to keep your players now. You got to really like pay, manage your roster, manage your coaches, manage your stadium, like all that stuff. So hopefully that, like, in other words, hopefully that makes it longer to run Dynasty longer is what I'm saying.
Do we think that's going to? I mean, yeah, that should be able to help it, like how challenging and difficult it's going over time. But do we think that's going to have any effect with how the computer plays you?
That depends on the person. I switch sliders intentionally so the computer can be really good and I can be not bad, but bad at the same time. Like I intentionally switch sliders because if you beat the computer again, eventually you're gonna get bored. Like where's the challenge in just running through your schedule every year? Again, everybody's different. Me personally, I like a challenge. I like long 30-year dynasties, which that's all they give you for some reason. 30-year dynasties where I gotta grind it out, get my team good, win some championships or bowl games, then championships, or whatever. The point I'm trying to make is everybody's different. Tim might not like the long grindy rebuilds like I do. I love rebuilds. Tim might just want to get straight to winning. Everybody's different. That's what I'm saying. So for me, this updated version is going to be 10 times better than what the heck we've had the past 2 years because of all the new stuff that he's still talking about.
Fun.
Yeah, it's going to make it more fun and a lot longer duration wise.
Yeah, I think this is very important.
I feel like it's gonna be
for the
hard though.
trajectory of it.
I feel like it's gonna be hard at first though for a lot of people, and it's gonna piss a lot of people off at first. But I don't think it's gonna make them not play it though. Is where I think this is where they went good at.
Well, I feel like this is a good approach to start with, but I would still be interested to see where, let's say you win in 5 or 6 games in a row. You're on the highest difficulty. You're doing this correctly. How does the computer react then? That's where I feel like that still may lack as far as like
Oh, you talking about
having
gameplay in general?
Well, that goes
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Well, that's EA though. They already got the algorithm to where Heisman adjusts to your gameplay. So if you're on that 5 game winning streak and your quarterback threw for 300 yards each game, they gonna play back more.
I disagree with that because I feel like 2K is the only game to get it right. Like we all know, we had a little franchise mode, my career franchise mode that we did, and when we had it on the highest level, the computer was actually difficult to play. Like the star players play like star players, the role players do their job properly, everybody get buckets. Then we took it down a notch. It was easy for us to start winning. So that's what I mean when I say I want Heisman to feel like Heisman, like the old games.
But we got to get to gameplay on here. They talked about that on here.
No, they did. And we're going to get to it. Look, the defense is going to be way better. Like, I'm phrasing that. Hopefully, way better. But again, this just to start with this part, I think this is a great start for people like me who like long, grindy, build, rebuild. In other words, rebuilds. If you like rebuilds, I think this is a good addition. And if you
I
don't
think this
want
is
to
a
do
good
that, you
balance.
can just turn it off. Like you can appreciate you going to tell us that too, but you can turn it off. You can turn off NIL. I think you can turn off. All the other
Yeah, they're gonna make it adjustable more than likely.
So yeah.
I think it's a good balance for
I like it.
all
It's
types of people
it's
that
fun.
all different type of play styles for everybody. I think it's a good balance to have. So I think it's a good addition.
Let's see what he says.
Job security. You're going to take a major hit. If you all saw the little bit I did with Kentucky on Dynasty, we didn't necessarily do too well. We might have been sitting at 0% by the end of season 1. From the limited time that I've been on the game, it's very clear to me that your expectations
turn 'em
at
up
the
a little
bigger
bit?
schools and the smaller schools are much different, and it scales as you do better or worse. So those athletic director expectations, if you're doing a lot better, eventually they're going to expect more. I just knew that from some of the conversations that I've had in my experience so far, but apparently there's a whole line about that as well in here. We're going to get to James Franklin at Virginia Tech and his new expectations. He didn't hit his expectations at Penn State, so I thought it was ironic that they used him here, but I think he's going to have plenty of success with the Hokies. He's a really good guy. What I really want to get into, though, is the Dynasty Blueprint. This is what I would just call your athletic budget. They're going to call it Dynasty Points. I'm just going to call it money. You have a certain amount of money that you have to budget between your staff, NIL, your facilities, and also retaining players on.
And that's another feature that I've been asking for the longest. You got a budget now. You can't just go freely recruiting players and think you're finna get all the top 5 players and top 10 players. Like, imagine being like let's just say a Missouri. You're a decent team in the SEC, but you're not an elite school. So how the heck you go year 1, you already got a top player. Unless he's from Missouri and he want to stay home, that's different. But outside of that, there's no reason I got Missouri State and by year 2 I'm out here recruiting 5-star players. It just don't work like that. Unless I win a championship year 1 and they be like, oh, yeah, he's a good coach. But even then, that makes no sense. I shouldn't be winning 10, 12 games with a small school. So hopefully with this budget, because I'm pretty sure you got Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson. No, I'll take it back.
Yeah, well, Terrence, that goes to gameplay. Like, if you good on the sticks, you going to do that.
No. But this is what I'm saying. With this new budget, you ain't going to be able to do that no more. Like, just getting all the top-tier players and winning all these games, that's not going to happen no more. But
this is my problem with the budget. If it doesn't have where your budget can grow, like let's say you start off with a small school, your first 10 years there, you won 2 natties and was going to the playoffs every year but your first 2 years. I would expect that budget to go up.
So no,
and
I think he said that. He ain't said it yet, but when I watched the other stream, I think he said the budget does go up. The more you develop your program, your budget goes up. Because I think he said like the top tier schools, Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, whatever, they get 20 bands. Like let's just say 20,000 points, like 20,000 budget points, and they gotta facilitate that between the things he said, which that's a lot. Let's just say that's 20,000. Let's just say 20,000 would be like $2 million. So that's $2 million you putting in between boom, boom, boom each program versus like a Missouri State. You might only get 500 budget points throughout the whole season. So now you got to figure out how the heck you finna get players and do this in the third. And all that stuff is going to counteract. So if you got a trash facility, like how they got the players have what they like and stuff they don't like. So that's going to come back and kill you.
Yeah.
You can't upgrade that now because you only got 500 points. So I think this year is going to make it more tough for smaller schools to continue to develop versus Ohio State, them who got 20 bands up front and they could just do whatever they want with it. And I don't know if it's a yearly budget. I think it's a yearly budget or it's either you put it in this year, then take it out, and you put it again. I hope it's yearly, because if it's not, it's kind of stupid. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I like this. I like this idea of a budget. 2K do the same thing. That's what I'm saying. If 2K can do it, why can't they do it? They literally copy it.
No, I'm not mad at it. I just, like I said, if it doesn't go up, that's when it will be a problem for me. But since it goes up, at this point, I'm going to just use my team builder team. Ain't no point in picking a team.
Started from the bottom now.
On your roster. And this is what really adds depth to Dynasty. It's what separates the big schools from the small ones. Let's say you're Kent State. I've looked. You have like 540 points maybe to start your Dynasty with every year. You get that amount of points every single year. Well, Michigan or Ohio State might have 13,000 points. So there is a major difference between the top and the bottom of college football. We all know the resources these schools have available are vastly different, and I think this is going to stop those few-year turnarounds that you could have at these super small schools and win a championship as long as you're playing on a hard difficulty. I've also been told Heisman's a lot harder. If you all saw some of the stuff I've done against the computer so far, it sure feels like it, but I also just...
This is pretty much what we're talking about with the manager staff, facilities, NIL. Of course, this is the big one. All these are big, but you got to split the bread, the money. I don't know how much, whatever starting point is. I think this is it. I guess this, I don't know whatever starting point, but whatever you start with, you got to manage that throughout the whole season. So, well, yeah, he's using UCLA, so I guess they starting at 5,800. So
just understand, I'm not that good at the game. This is the Dynasty Points budget breakdown, by the way. What I would advise is do not spend it all up front. Your budget has to last you the entire year. So if you were just to go all in on facilities and staff and even some of the high school recruits at the beginning, when it comes to getting your coordinators back, which cost points, you can go after a lot of different coordinators this year and also see their abilities. You're going to want to have points for that. You're also going to want to have points for the transfer portal. And your players on your roster, you can convince them to stay if they want to leave with NIL money. Or maybe they have a really good season. I think they'll also come forward asking for NIL money. But you have to make sure that you manage the budget well
That's
because
what's
that
gonna
money
make it
goes
hard
by
for me.
so fast. It is actually ridiculous how quick it'll go by. Like here at UCLA, you are able to get support staff, which will reduce how much players expect NIL-wise. A 15% reduction can turn into a really big deal. You could also get dynasty points through a facility, I think. I am like 99% sure on that. Anyway, each year your budget will refresh during the end of season recap stage, so that's when you get your new resources. You can increase the amount of dynasty points you have by having a good season. It's also calculated based off of stats like conference prestige, your brand exposure, your stadium atmosphere, program tradition. So if you're winning a playoff...
Okay, so he pretty much just is saying everything I never explained, so we can keep pushing. Wrong button. I mean, he's
Game or
literally
two.
explained everything I've already said.
player progression on. Last year we might save it for a couple years so we could keep a player's
If he scroll
overall
down,
low,
I can
get them
see
up
this
to a
screen here,
95.
that'd be nice.
Like 2-1. So this is some of the program budget.
So again, we're trying to keep this video under an hour. This is pretty much the schedule, the budget stuff as well. So if I start off in the Big 12 and they might have a B plus versus the Big 10 who clearly has an A plus, UCLA gets the max points already for that, which is tough. So and then the brand exposure they got a B. So if you can get this up, you're gonna max out. Like you can get 6,000 branding points. So that goes towards your budget as well. Like all this stuff matters in other words. And that's why I say picking a school. If you like the rebuilds like me, none of this is gonna matter because I'm gonna try to build it up anyway. But if you like pick a middle of the pack school, it's a bunch of up and down good stuff that matters. I don't know how this part works yet. I guess once you get deeper into the game, that goes up too.
Stuff I was talking about. You increase these school grades, you're going to get more money. Brand exposure, you can get up to 6,000 if you get that really high. But even at a B minus, you're only getting 1,700. It is going to be very hard with the small schools. You will see the difference extremely fast. You can even see in the recruiting screens how much teams are spending on NIL. And I think Ohio State in one of mine was putting like $4 or $5 grand of dynasty points into just acquiring players alone. That's not even counting for their facilities, their staff, the players that are already on their roster they're paying to retain. So it's very important you just manage the budget closely. I think that's something that they really want to hammer home, that there's this entire year before your budget update with all these opportunities to spend your money. Make sure that you're very careful with it. Speaking of being careful, I've been very careful in a smaller conference. This could be a huge way to get...
Okay, let's get into some gameplay stuff. What's the road to glory if we can find it? We pretty much know everything we know about Dynasty. They made it more difficult than past 2 years, so you can't just bulldoze your way to championships in year 1 and year 2. You're going to have to actually grind your way out. You're going to have to make sure you manage your staff, your players, your organization, your facilities, all the stuff that matters. That's the best part about it. There ain't no 1 year wonders and you done. No, flip on. You got to keep your roster. If you think your running back going to have a Heisman year like how you and Justin always got players on the Heisman list, so now y'all going to have to spend more money than I do because my ass ain't never got up on the Heisman list. Y'all going to have to spend bread on bread on bread, running backs, receivers, quarterbacks. Now you got to try to keep them, and then they're going to be like, well, he can't afford to pay me. I'm going to go play for somebody else. So that's going to be interesting how y'all make that
Hey,
work.
as long as I get the name of producing Heisman players, I don't care. Because then that's going to just help me in recruiting.
He got to pay everybody to come to his school. Even if they don't win Heisman stuff, but just having a great year in general, they're going to like ask for money. Like how your receiver just won Heisman our last dynasty. Imagine trying to keep him.
And he about to win Heisman this one.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Oh, they also have the Heisman presentation. I don't know if y'all saw that or not.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that yet. No, I think Dynasty is solid. I'm not gonna lie. I think the stuff they did,
I'm trying to find
it's not too bad.
So overall,
I wish he would have did the tiers. Like you see the different chapters on this
that would've
video,
been
but I
a lot
don't think he
easier.
did that.
But this is, I kind of wonder, I don't know if there's anything else you need to really talk about. This is pretty much Dynasty. It's 10 times better than what the flip has been the past 2 years. So hopefully we can. Oh yeah, last thing. For the love of God, they changed coaching.
It's actually very exciting.
Boy, I have been waiting on this for so long.
In a little bit more carousel, how these here progress.
This here is the best part of Dynasty officially. I love coaching carousel. It takes me back to 2014. So the difference is he gonna explain it, but if you lock in on it, say if you wanna, say you were like Missouri State, you had 3 good years there, and you got Georgia Tech hiring, Kentucky right here, TCU, all these other schools hiring, and you wanna apply for all of them, you can click it. But if you don't get any of the jobs and you go back to your school, I think that can affect how your players feel about you, how recruits feel about you, how your staff feel about you. So it pretty much you make you get a bad name. But if you get the job, of course you get the job. But you can also hire up to like 6 coordinators or people on your coaching staff now, and not just 2 coordinators. Now you got like 6 dudes on your staff. You got to pay for them, of course. But
I might want to actually pay more attention to it in the future. We got the coaching carousel here. It's no longer a couple of options. You'll be able to see every job that is open, which schools actually want you and which ones don't. And for some of these openings, you can express interest for any school, but it's going to negatively impact your team and your coach stability grade if you're not getting that job. You're also able to see a lot more about each one of these schools before you take a job like that, so you know.
I might do a Georgia Tech Dynasty, by the way, so I'm kind of glad I'm seeing a budget.
You're also able to see a lot more about each one of these schools before you take a job like that. So
what did I say? 6,200 points? Ugh, boy. Ugh. Boy, I figured that one out.
You know what you're working with budget-wise going in, what your expectations are going to be, what some of these school grades are looking like. It looks like Coach Prestige has been reworked to better represent your success that you have on the field, so it's not just going to be tied to coach level, what jobs are available to you this year. That's actually a really good thing. We can express interest for the jobs, which I just talked about, and they're even giving you the warning that expressing interest doesn't guarantee an offer, and it could really affect your coach stability. As for the coach abilities and progression,
don't care. We're going to skip all that. None of that's important. Here's the garbage that we wanted to get to. This stupid MVP bundle. If you are the type of person that buy Madden and college football every year, then this is a great deal for you. Me personally, have not enjoyed Madden in over 2 decades. So for me, this wouldn't be a good deal. I just go buy the $70 game. If you want to get the game for 7 days early, play the beta, which is over after today, by the way, after this recording. And then the rest of this Ultimate Team garbage with the coach points for Dynasty, all that stuff, cool. Go ahead, it's $150. I don't recommend it. If y'all don't got nothing to say about that, I'll gladly skip this and keep it pushing.
I don't really. I mean, yeah, kind of agreeing with you. It just really works out for people that play these 2 games from EA. Tim, did you play Madden at all last year or this year's?
Yeah. I ain't like it.
That's surprising because you usually play Madden
It was
more
too
than all of
easy.
us. Oh, okay.
Oh, they also
All
have
right,
a
yeah.
coaching mode this year, by the way. Coaching mode.
and you can watch overhead, which
that's
you're
what I
just
wanted
watching
to
a
talk
game.
about.
normally.
Oh, that's
Playing
cool
a game
too.
normally.
Yeah, that's cool
You've
too.
So if you're one of those people who have a different type of version of Dynasty you want to do with like just straight up watching, because I like doing this.
Just
too.
straight up watching and then managing and doing all that, but not playing. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna have a separate Dynasty for this already. I don't know what team I'm picking, but this is gonna be fun too. But
all sorts of different camera angles that you can get.
I don't know if they talked about it, but I hope that stadium post ranking changed. So if you're like school who wasn't like NC State, you don't start the season with a top tier stadium, but you keep winning home game. You on like a 50-game home win streak, and you ain't lost in 4 years at home. You should be in the top 25 at that point. Like that should change. The last year, this past game, I say last year because it's a different year. It didn't change. Like if you were, maybe the top team switched back and forth, but like if you weren't ranked, you were not going to get ranked. So hopefully this switch up.
Yeah.
Plus, Nebraska should always be ranked. They always have a sellout of tennis. Whether they win or lose, they're always there. So
You're able to do stuff like hot routes for it. So explore coach
but
mode.
yeah, that's pretty much coach mode. In a nutshell, they're going to add more history to college football like 2K does. You know, 2K takes you all the way back to the Bill Russell days. They're finally doing that. Took long enough. I'm trying to see if I can get the road to glory for Tim, which for all of us, but mainly for Tim.
Feels like it's 90%. Could go for your plan.
Mr.
to
King
have all of
too.
this
I'm an RTG guy.
There we go. Let's see if we can get it up.
ready when 25 launched. But I'm glad that they still went with 25 and then they kept on working like this, because we wouldn't have college football games for the last couple years. I know some people get frustrated that some of these features are just coming back, but I would have much rather had what they were able to complete.
I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're talking about the fact that they still don't have a full season of high school, I find that very pathetic.
With those college football games. In Road to Glory on high school, you can now replace all 6 high school teams with Team Builder teams. So you're able to create the own environment that you want through Team Builder in high school, but you don't get the full high school experience that you could get in older games still. Scenarios isn't an awful system. They have updated some of it, so it's not just dependent on the goals that you have to achieve. If you score a touchdown, you're still going to get huge bonuses. I just want to be able to play full games and have the option to do scenarios if I want a shorter experience. What really interests me, though, is I didn't even see this. This is why I should not just be skimming off of what I know and the conversations I've had, but also reading. You can replace college teams in Road to Glory, allowing your player to sign with any Team Builder program once they reach college. So we could put a full FCS conference into Team Builder and have that inside Road to Glory as well. That is actually really exciting. Post-game speech, typically I just skim over this type of stuff. but they do put a lot of effort into these deep dives, just writing all this out, and the game, of course. So this year was a big one for us. College Football 27 represents another major step in the vision we started with 25, literally just touched on that, and I could not be more proud of what this team accomplished. EA has continued to stick with this is their game. That's a belief. That's not just something we say. And we're incredibly proud of what we've built and cannot wait for you to experience it. We can't wait to see all the stuff that you create. Thanks again for your passion, your feedback, and your support. We'll see you again soon. Chad Walker and the entire College Football 27 development team out.
Where the heck is Road to Glory? That's what I'm looking for. Is this it here? Dynamic weather, college football history.
I think that was it.
Well, they have the stadium builder too, by the way. If you have never done that before,
Exciting because it finally feels, I've been saying for the last couple of years, Team Builder feels like it's 90.
Okay, pretty much to sum it up, you can actually build your stadium in Team Builder now, not pick some stupid generic stadium, blah, blah, blah. So, there's that. But I didn't see no bro. This is why I wish you got the stupid mascot mashup, which no one of us, it's not that deep for me. I know y'all like it, but I don't really care about that. I don't know what they do.
Something like being able to use the Rose Bowl and play now.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, also changed. So the new positions, tight end, edge.
Let's go back.
Time to shine. This is the other big mode to talk about. One of the big additions was positions is coming to Road to Glory. Creation has also changed. So the new positions, tight end, edge rusher, and free safety.
I know we all been complaining, all three of us, for a while, that they should have been did this in previously before College Football came back out. They should have did this in Madden.
Should have been. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it.
So now that you can play tight end, great, edge rusher, cool, and free safety, what about the outside linebacker, slot linebackers? They say edge rusher. I'm assuming that's on the line. What about D tackle? You still can't play.
That's what I'm saying. Like that. That's the ones that I wanted to do.
What about punt
For
returner,
defense.
kick returner? Like, put me on special teams. Where's all that? I don't know if you can. Maybe they have it in there. But if just adding 3 positions ain't good enough for me. I still want high schools the full season. I want the playoffs. I want a championship game. I want to be properly recruited. I want to be able to earn my spot. And I think they said they got like a lot more practices now for Road to Glory. Actually, full pad practices where you're lining up against like scrimmages, in other words. So I think he'll get all of that. But the 3 positions ain't a needle mover for me to be like, yeah, I'm still gonna play it, but it's not enough.
Not me either.
Yeah,
Not me either. I wish I knew like the process of what it takes to add all these different positions you can play from your own point of view, because maybe there's something I don't know. I mean, obviously we don't know everything about it. We're outsiders looking in, but I just don't think it should be that hard to make most of the positions that most people want to play playable.
Should be all positions.
Like I don't. The only one that I can see they might not do is special team. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. I think one thing they might not do would be special team, maybe because that is not played at most.
So it was played in all games. What's the difference?
I mean, yeah, but that's not a whole other thing. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
I can understand why they not doing offensive line.
Why?
Like, how would you grade that?
I want to play.
What do you mean?
Line. Why can't we play O-line?
No, I'm saying, I'm saying, how would you want to be graded on that? Like,
they have stats too, just like everybody else. Offensive linemen accumulate stats, just like any other position.
How's that?
I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying like,
you don't.
It seems like they got a system for accumulating skill points through like certain ways, and it's only for like skill positions.
Here's my problem and the excuse I'll never give EA. If you can do it on the PS2 era, and they had stats, they accumulated stats, they gave you skill points, all that stuff, you go to training practice and all that stuff, and in-game, of course. Why can't you do it now? That's why I'll never give them the pass of, oh, well, they'll eventually add it, because I know they do this on purpose. They take stuff out of old games, put it in a new game a couple years later to say it's a new feature or we brought the feature back.
Yeah, it's all about strategy. Yeah, they take things out and then they slowly add it. They could have easily put this stuff in 25, but they're doing it to keep people interested because they give you all your eggs in one. If they give you your eggs all in one basket at the first game, then look how much they wouldn't have been able to really change. So I understand it's strategy too, but at the same time, I don't know. That doesn't mean I gotta like it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never give them.
I hope they at least put in a spring game where you can win your
Yeah. See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that should be that should be at the training camp too. Like spring game, training camp. I should be able to win my position throughout training camp. Like, why is it that I got to play actual games to get? Like most players win their position in training camp. most actual NFL and college players or high school too. You win your position in practice if you outperform your teammates in training camp, drills, of course preseason games for the NFL and all that stuff. But I don't have any trust when it comes to Road to Glory. This is going to be 3 years in a row that they've shown no signs. Of course, I'm going to play it to test it out, but I don't think they've shown any signs of, besides
Yeah, I
adding new
agree.
positions. Like, nothing's changed. High school is
Yeah,
still
I
trash.
agree.
You get to college, they got the cool little entrance walkout, which is tough. Maybe some new features. I got another video I want to show y'all. It's another YouTube I've been watching since high school, but he played college football too. He got some Road to Glory gameplay for Tim. I really want to show Tim. Well, you too. But yeah, after we're done with this, it's gonna be like a quick show through and whatever. But I just don't have trust in the company at all. Like 2K does everything every year, and I'm not saying they're a great company, but they put all the features that need to be in franchise mode. They put all the features that need to be in my career. You can play any position. You can switch your position. You can switch your minutes. You got control over everything. Like this game, you have no control over nothing. Now, granted, I think you can watch. Like me, when I like to play cornerback sometime, and you know when you simulate and your offense does literally nothing, they never score. So now
Yeah.
on here, I think you can actually watch your offense play like the old days. But
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's gonna get to that.
Safety. There's
I don't
no
know. It
strong
just
safety.
sucks. It sucks because like I feel like they do put a lot more energy and creativity into the dynasty mode. But there's a big audience for Road to Glory too.
Nah, it's not even for Dynasty. It's for that MUT BS.
I mean, I still think Road to Glory is on their bottom list of what they're prioritizing.
Oh no, it's most
I don't
definitely.
care.
If we're talking about the
And
big 3 modes, it's
so
most definitely last.
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why it's last.
Well, it's gonna be. If you asking me personally, Dynasty is the one that lasts the longest. So of course they're gonna put more time into that one.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, but why is that not second? I feel like a lot of people like their POV.
It don't make them money. Dynasty can at least
Yeah.
make them some type of money. Road to Glory don't make money. Once you start playing, there's nothing to make money off of, unless you want to go buy that $150 subscription. But
How do you make money off? How do they make money off of Dynasty?
that's the same question I got. I don't know. I just figure it's the feature that everybody goes. It's their most popular feature besides MUT. I don't even believe MUT is their most popular feature. I think it's just the one that's making the most money. If we asking like the one I think that's the most popular, I think it's Dynasty, Road to Glory, then MUT. But then you do have a big MUT community, like the people who really break down and play this stuff. So I just think Dynasty is the one mode that should always be taken care of first. I think Road to Glory should get love. I think it should get just as amount of love as Dynasty, but I think Dynasty is going to always be the one to get treated the most.
Yeah, I'm not asking for it to be like equally important to them because obviously they're gonna go with what makes them
That's
more. So
until
like
they.
Dynasty is
It's,
cool, but I feel like Road to Glory should get a little bit more love. Like this is year 3 of going on in this game, and
that's until.
I've always been the Road to Glory guy over the Dynasty. Like I like both, but I've always been RGG. So for me, it's like it's always felt lackluster. So for like adding these positions and that ain't really doing nothing for me. But I'm gonna still try it out. But like I'm gonna be right back on Dynasty after I'm done. I done did all the positions already. And it was just boring at that point. So
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna be impressed with Road to Glory, in my opinion, until they make it to where you can have a online Road to Glory with your friends.
oh, that'd be cool too. Dang, that would be
And
cool.
then like y'all can play different positions or the same position, it don't even matter. But like what was it? It was I think it was called Connected Franchise or something like that on Madden.
Yep.
They'll
Something
probably
like that.
never do that because you can get creative players and do that on Dynasty right now.
But it seems so much it'll be so much better going through the Road to Glory process of having to earn skill points, make sure your
Oh no, yeah,
person
yeah, I agree for sure. I agree
and
for sure, but I
then
just don't think they will do that
I mean
because
and
they
then
know how to do that on Dynasty.
With Dynasty, in my opinion, upgrading your player is too frantic for me. Uh, accumulating skill points to upgrade, all of that stuff. And that's if you don't want to start off as a 99. Like, I don't,
Yeah,
that's the only reason I don't really do that. But
yeah, I got you.
Road to Glory, it'll make it more dynamic, in my opinion.
Got you.
Oh,
Oh, oh, he might have stepped away for a moment. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a Road to Glory guy, so for me, this don't really do too much for me. I mean, yeah, I don't think it should be that hard to closed stream. I don't think it should be that hard to add stuff like that, like truly. But who knows?
You're not wrong.
Got hot, boy. I had to check it off. I'm about to sweat.
And I ain't gonna hold you this year. I'm gonna start off with free safety. I've been wanting that position in Road to Glory.
I just want to
It's
be
over.
a center. I just want to play offensive line. How difficult is that? Just let me play offensive line and pancake everybody that I see. I want all American safety. I mean center.
All American center.
All American.
Like, come on, bro. Let me be the greatest center in college football history. Will never allowing sacks, pancaking everybody I see, picking up all the blind sides. I'm pulling.
Well, it's
up
a big
this and
thing to
pulling this
say
and,
you
like,
can never allow a sack. That means your whole line got to be in sync.
why can't I play center and win the Heisman? Put me in that Heisman presentation with the
That's
fattest
insane.
325-pound center. Come on, bro. It's so much fun you can have.
Look at this guy. He's out here blocking everybody.
It could be so much fun to add all the positions that you could.
Like, I have
really
a legit
could.
boot
It
up
really would.
Madden, was it 08 on a PS2 or PS3? It's one of the two. Well, I can play center. I got one. I'm on the Ravens. I play right tackle. No. See, I think it's left tackle. Left tackle. And, bro, this game sucks. That's why I'm already disappointed in Road to Glory.
Though I am sure we will.
I'm not. I want to
some
play
big
free
missteps
safety.
I
in
mean,
these
Dynasty
single-player
sounds good.
modes.
Road to Glory
I don't
sounds
care if
and
Ultimate Team doesn't bring this.
so we'll see more once the game comes out, and I know we're finna look at something now, but that's pretty much it for me.
With stuff like this membership, I really hope that EA stays away from putting tons of microtransactions in these single-player modes. I don't care if Ultimate Team doesn't bring in as much money. It probably still does anyway. There's probably some big fish
And
out
I really
there,
want to see
but-
how this new 2K system in EA gonna work.
Yeah, because this is new. Normally, you can make your do flat out 99. Matter of fact, you can't even do that, actually. This is actually new. Like, the past two, all you can do is upgrade. How did it work? You can only upgrade,
In other
certain
words,
stats.
height and weight didn't matter.
Yeah, you can
This
only do
year it
certain
mattered.
things. This year it's a lot more detailed.
And this is good. I like this. This is actually good because I can't be overpowered, which is good. I like this.
Yeah. I like that too.
It's like,
That's one of the best.
I think you
I
can
know we
still
give
get
2K. I know we give
out.
2K a lot of slack, but that's one of the best things 2K had ever did.
nah,
Like,
2K be doing too much with it. Like, they'll say because you're a good shooter, now you're not athletic. Now that you're athletic, you can't shoot.
I mean,
now if you're an
yes.
elite offense, you can't play. Like, if I put my offense stats super high, now I'm trash defensively. Like, there's no balance in between. I need balance. Like, there's great
They
two-way
put
players
balance
in
in
the NBA.
this a little bit.
they had the balance when they first introduced the idea. That's why I feel like that was one of the best things they could have did. And then a lot of other people are following. Look at college football. Now they're doing the same as that thing. But 2K did get to a point where it was like, now you can't. Now because your arms are long, you shoot worse.
It's dumb.
Like
That makes
little
no sense.
Wimby.
stuff like that.
Wimby. That's all I'll say. Wimby.
KD.
Wimby.
But even before
KD.
Wimby, we had KD all these years. So
We'll
I
see.
mean, it started out balanced, but obviously it did trickle down as
I
time went.
think this would be a good idea if I'm able to actually upgrade all my stats individually. Like, don't put me in like one package group. Oh, you got your route running +1. Now you get +1 for everything.
No,
I
they
don't want
did.
that.
No, I'm telling you, they did exactly what 2K did. Because they said you get skill caps if you win Heisman or a championship or something.
That's dumb.
Stay away from the single-player modes. So here's some of the creation.
So they're doing
right
skill
here.
caps. They probably got
Max
that from 2K too,
potential.
because 2K
I know
has
there's
like cap breakers.
in here. I guess
Told you it's
first, your
2K
physique
EA.
will determine the physical limit an attribute can potentially reach. For example, your physique may allow your
You
player
pulling
to
that
reach
video,
95
that other
speed,
video, or
but
we
it
good?
does not mean your
We
player
don't
will
really need to
automatically
watch it or something.
Nah, it's actual gameplay. I'm gonna watch it. I know that y'all like. I know we all like Road to Glory, but I know this is really specifically for y'all too. So I just wanted to kind of show it right quick. Cause it's the last.
Yeah,
one. I
yeah,
don't
we
care
can
about the
show
rest
it.
of it.
become a 95 speed athlete.
Yeah, we
so
can.
you're going to be able to
I'll
get
look
up-
at some gameplay. I mean, I'm already not impressed, but I'll look at gameplay.
But yeah, Kel, you just called it cap breakers. You just called it. That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
breakers. While max potential.
Yeah, they had it. I was
options,
watching
of course, for legends, and I
a
had
dude who sound like Chris Smooth play. Unless he changed, I think he changed his YouTube name, but he was talking about skill caps and how he got one his first season after winning Heisman. I was like, what? It's
That's
crazy.
dumb. But hold on, wait. This is a good feature. This is like the old feature they had back in NCAA 14, where you can play as like a, I don't know. Now I think it's you still gonna have your guy, but you're gonna have the pretty much the build like how 2K got now. What's it called? When you first make you a player and you can do a pre-build or something like that. This is pretty much what this is, but historic players, like old players who came in, did their thing, so you can have they set pre-build. I'm personally gonna do a custom pre-build, but this is a cool idea. like in the long, well, I guess long run, short run, whichever route you want to go. But I like this idea of having pre-built builds. Again, I'm making my
I
own.
don't like it. Gives you limitations.
That's true, but this is tight end, so I'm making a tight end. My first
But
one's gonna
they
be a tight
did.
end.
I will say this though. They did say you can. It's pretty much just a like layout because you can make them better than what they were.
Yeah, with the cap breakers, I would assume.
No, in general, how you upgrade them.
Oh,
A lot
But
of
the
fun
cap
on,
breakers, yeah, do play a big role in
and they're
that too.
still.
Though.
Looks like you got some of these options,
Okay.
of course, for legends. If you did
Are we?
Gronk, that'd
Is
be
the video
fun. Here are
watching?
the cap breakers. While max potential defines your player's initial development
What
ceiling,
video is it,
elite
Terrence?
players can
which means it's playing. Yeah, I don't see it.
No.
No.
Tough flip happened. Hold on, let me take it down, put it back up.
It said closed stream, my friend.
Yeah, I see it now.
Closed. Yeah.
push beyond those limits through cap breakers. It'll allow players to permanently increase an attribute cap beyond what was originally allocated during creation. This allows you to create rare, one-of-one players who transcend under traditional expectations and become legendary talents. So I knew players could earn up to 25 total across their career, but you have to do stuff like win the Heisman, become an All-American. You have to actually achieve really good things.
But that's a good thing. That's how it works in real life. You get better,
Right.
like the more you play the game. That's normally how it works.
To earn them, and then they can be applied directly to your player's attribute caps. You can get 5 to a single attribute, but the amount an attribute increases depends on how high the original max potential.
Just a quick little side note. I'm not really too bummed on the whole high school thing. I could care less about that. I just want to get straight to college anyway. But if this is actually how it's going to work, they added some new positions. They got cap breakers. You got to actually build your player the proper way. I'm cool with all that. They got the Heisman presentation. You got to win championships and all that stuff to make your player better. I'm cool with all that. If this is actually the depths of the game, I'm cool with all that. I'm pretty sure there's some more to it as he keep going. But if that's the case, Road to Glory sounds a little bit better than it has been the past few years. We're going to go off this logic already. Like, the past two have been a 1 out of 5. This sounds like it's going to be a solid 3 out of 5 so far. So, obviously, I got to play to see it, but we're going to
Potential cap already is. A very high attribute cap, such as 95, may only increase by +1. A lower cap may increase by a larger amount. So you can't just get 99 speed on anything. I'm very interested to see your all's thoughts on the more realistic approach that they are taking with these games, because...
And that's good. They got mental abilities. It's pretty much 2K. It's pretty much my career. High
Yeah.
schools, like, nobody care about that. Come on, get to it. I'm thinking... That's kind of it for Road to Glory. Okay, the practice, like I said, this is full padded practice. You see the quarterback finally got a different jersey on, took long enough, but you got a full scrimmage in
But
practice.
not
Right,
just
one-
someone's reaction like mine, thoughts on it. I think QJB is going to be having
What's
a video where
hold
he's
on,
able
hold
to...
on. What took us so long to get a different colored jersey for the QB?
EA.
Like, that made absolutely no sense. That I'm wearing the same color jersey in practice.
Practice. We talking about practice.
And not going to have that big of an impact on the game either way. So I'm assuming you'll...
Pretty much it's pretty much 2K. If we want to be real with you, it's 2K. Like,
do decide
I
to
mean,
make
it
this
legit
game.
sounds like 2K.
I ain't hear nothing about the transfer portal. Let me see the
You should be
transfer
getting a
portal.
new bonus every year, like NIL.
But let me
If
say
you do
one
decide
thing
to
about the cap breaker thing. They definitely got that idea from 2K. At least I would assume 2K is the first to kind of make that popular. But the difference with 2K is you don't have to like accomplish certain things within your career to get them. You can do stuff by just playing the game or being a part of a crew to get them. From my understanding, I haven't played the my career mode, so I don't know if there's ways you can get it by that. I'm sure it might be, but if that's the case, then true. Then what I'm saying doesn't matter. But I think that's the main difference.
I don't know if you play my career again, because I ain't gonna lie, I've been playing my career today. Like, I've been grinding through it, just playing scans. I just did the NBA Cup and all that stuff. I don't think you can get cap. Maybe you can get cap breakers. I haven't got deep enough. You get a bunch of stuff though, like story mode. They got a lot more stuff you can actually earn and grind. So
Yeah, like a lot of 2K's thing is like a lot of multiplayer stuff would help you, especially being part of a crew to even get cap breakers and stuff like that. That's what it seems like. But obviously, that's their moneymaker anyway, multiplayer. All the things you can do with your friends, online play.
yeah, but they also good. I give 2K credit, dude. They actually good when it comes to people who like me, who like to play my career with that GOAT mode and all that different stuff that they got to keep you playing that longer. Like, that's a good feature.
Yeah, it is. I was just saying I'm not too sure if you have to do anything career based like what college football is doing to get these cap breakers.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
the transfer portal, you will reveal what schools are interested in you. You'll begin seeing offers from programs in the portal, and I'm sure each one is going to have an offer that you're able to compare to each other because they've had those offers in the past. A new school can give you a fresh start.
First of all, I just want to acknowledge the UI. It is absolutely stunning. It looks so much better than the past 2 games. That looks beautiful.
Or a new environment to continue chasing your potential, but transferring also means choosing a new path, building new relationships, and proving yourself in a different program. For whatever reason, I feel like there was some negative that you could get from transferring they talked about, but I'm not seeing it
But
here.
hold on.
And once again,
It says nothing about seeing where other players are going. That's my main problem with the transfer portal.
So I think it actually does tell us that. I didn't see it up front, but I think somewhere down the line it actually does tells us where everybody else is going. Hold up. Trying to see something. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I think that actually pop. I know 2K do it when you hit free agency. It'll show all the players that moved around and stuff. I don't know if they do it. They need to do that though. If they don't, then that's gonna be a big L.
and it's just Chad Walker's name everywhere. We really like a lot. Okay, the last package. It was not to refresh the look of the game. We wanted the presentation to do a better job carrying the energy and story. So, okay, it's all the...
Again, the UI, the way they changed the presentation, all this looks absolutely amazing. It looks so much better than the past 2
new
games.
pop-ups that
Yeah, no, it actually really does. That's one thing that I was actually thinking in my head, and then when you said, I was like, yeah, the user interface, like everything does look like a lot better.
And I seen the. I don't know if y'all seen the next video. I'm sure he shows all this. The QJB guy I be watching. There's main menu.
Oh, I watched his videos. I know what you're talking about.
Man, it's that dynamic. I know you said you didn't like it, but that dynamic weather's actually really good. Like I don't want to talk too much. 'Cause I want Don to see it, but it actually really good.
going to get, and the story-driven overlays instead of a new score bug. That actually, in here, I'm
Look
missing...
at all this. This is tough. I don't know if they revamped halftime show. I pray they did because it's been garbage the past
Oh
2
God,
years.
please.
If this is
Please
if
do
this
something
is the
different with
halftime
that.
show right here, that's already 10 times better. They never showed scores around the country. They never showed stats. So if this is it, it's already way better. First of all, Mississippi State is 5-2 is crazy, but
Insane.
yeah, if this is, bro, this looks so much better.
I do like these
And
around
they're
the country
beating
updates.
Oklahoma.
Those were always really good in previous games. But ultimately, even stuff like the Heisman Trophy, we have...
This is fire. You go see the video. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but this is tough.
Yeah.
already touched on.
It's gonna be Tim receiver, Tim running back, Justin quarterback somewhere here, and you're gonna have my one little dude actually make it.
I just like the presentation from it.
I'm gonna play too.
Well, good luck trying to beat them two in the Heisman race. It's not gonna happen.
Game for Northwestern
I've only beat
Oh,
them
I don't care. They can have it.
one time, bro. My quarterback won one Heisman. That was it.
fans, by the way.
Bro, that shit was
So,
bad. That shit
I guess
hold
this
me.
is their new state.
That shit hold me, Terry.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. My quarterback, that Memphis quarterback, bro, was different. 50+ touchdowns.
Bro, no,
bro,
bro,
was
I don't
different.
want to hear, bro. My quarterback average.
Y'all
over-
played it. Y'all played on Heisman for all those moves y'all was doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everything Heisman. I just switched the sliders up,
Okay.
trying to change it up just to make it a little more difficult. It don't work. We always win. That's
My
what I'm saying.
My main thing is the XP. I need that to matter so my players can actually get better off of wins.
Hey, real quick question: did that XP, especially being on Heisman, was that multiplier better than the one on 25?
What you mean?
No.
Like, could you progress faster?
You're coaching?
You talking about Road to Glory?
Oh, y'all didn't play Road. Y'all haven't played Road to Glory on 26, have y'all?
No, I am. What are you talking about?
It's boring.
I'm really asking for both, but that really was a question.
You said
mark.
it's the multiplier higher? Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah. Is it better? Because
I
remember, it was
mean,
like really bad in
I'm
25.
not even gonna say it's higher.
I would
think
say
it's
this.
the same.
It makes sense though. Like if you have a
But y'all
really
remember,
good
how
game,
25 was not balanced though. That's why I'm asking. I didn't play 26, so that's why I'm asking y'all.
26 is
Oh, no.
literally the same as 25. There's no difference. The game is the
Oh,
same
well,
garbage.
okay, yeah. All right, well, never mind.
Nothing changed. But if you talk about Dynasty,
a little bit of
you can
visuals.
technically put it at normal, fastest, slowest, if you want to get your coaching progression up.
Yeah, no,
keep
I
mine
remember that.
Like that is,
Yeah, I remember that.
If you want an actual balanced Dynasty, like Tim was saying with the player XP on Dynasty, how slow they go up in ranking, it's ridiculous. I sometimes switch our starters and make it a tad bit higher. That way our players can upgrade. Like they're probably supposed to. There should be no reason.
And it still be slow.
Yeah, there should be no reason a Heisman receiver is winning Heisman. And he's 87 that year. He win a Heisman. Now he's 88. Like that makes no sense.
That nigga got one skill point the whole season,
So
mind you.
So what you think? He should hit like a 90?
minimal. 95. You won a Heisman as a freshman. You should be a 95 minimum. Like, and you're gonna keep betting.
Oh, you said freshman. Got you. Okay.
Well, even if you're a junior going into if you come back your senior year, if you're a 90, if you win Heisman, at least make them a 95, 96 at that point. Like,
I feel like you should be, depending on what your overall started at. If you went Heisman, you should be a 90 overall and higher, depending on where your overall started at.
yeah, I just feel like some players take too long. Like I had my Virginia
To
Tech
develop.
Dynasty. Yeah, my Virginia Tech Dynasty had a 5-star receiver. He was the #1 player in the country. Came in, I got him. Freshman year, 1,000+ yards, 1,500 actually. Second year, 1,500 yards again plus. Next year, 2,000+. Like I'm talking about, dude's a beast. Touchdown, multiple 10 touchdown seasons. He finished his career with a 99 overall. He was a beast. Some players go from a 78 freshman. He was a true freshman. I started him every season. He only played 3 seasons a year. He finished with a 96 to 99 overall rating, which if you're an elite player, that's possible. But then you got some mediocre players that go from a 77. Every 5-star in my opinion is different. Just because you're a 5-star does not mean you're going to instantly be a 99 overall. I think that's BS. Every 5-star is different. So if you're a mediocre 5-star, you start as a 77. Now somehow your second year you jump up to an 85. That makes no sense.
But on 26, it don't happen that way because most of the 5-stars don't have that superstar development trait or that star development trait.
Exactly. Hold on. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. The main menu. This looks so much better than the past two. And it's Clemson too. That makes it even better because that's going to be mine. That's how mine going to look. But
Mine is too. Go Tigers.
welcome to the family.
You are a Gamecock.
Stop it. Please.
This is that mini screen, man. I like this
No.
little blip just flying around. I really do. I also saw somebody on Twitter asking about
that.
team. But honestly,
Okay, that's pretty much the video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us here for this lovely episode. I'm going to stop streaming here. Go back to full screen.
Yeah,
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Episode 108, college football. I probably might break that up into 2 different videos because that's a lot. I might just take out the gameplay part in general just because that really wasn't meant to be the video. But we'll see y'all in episode 109. Thank you guys for joining. We love you guys. Bye-bye.